Okay, this is the video on linear equations. So if you're solving an equation where the variable is raised to the first power, example, you have x to the first, plain old x, plain old k, k to the first, plain old n, etc., you can use nsolve to get the answer. So notice this doesn't work for quadratics, okay? Be sure to distribute parentheses before making the call that it's linear. For example, x times x plus 5 equals 20 looks linear if you look at it quickly, but once you distribute, you're like, it's quadratic, right? So I would have x squared plus 5x equals 20, then I would get it in standard form set equal to 0 and solve. So that's what I mean by distribute before you make the call whether it's linear or not. Now here's how you would use nsolve. You add a calculate once you've confirmed that it's linear, right? So now you've confirmed it's linear, do the following. Add a calculator page, menu 3-1, type in the original equation as is, put a comma x at the end, hit enter, and that's your answer. So in the directions below it says, attempt algebraically first. So we're going to go through all of these algebraically and then check our answer on the calculator, okay? Once you have the answer, see if you can go back and find your algebraic mistake if you got lost, especially if you got the answer wrong, right? So it says, what is the value of x in the equation 2 times x minus 4 equals 4 times 2x plus 1? I'm going to distribute to get rid of the parentheses. Then I am going to sort and solve. Okay, so we're going to check on our calculator that x does in fact equal -2 in this situation. So let's go ahead and use nsolve. Menu 3-1. I have 2 times x minus 4 equals 4 times 2x plus 1, and then I have to put comma x at the end or nsolve won't work. The answer is -2. The answer is -2. Or sorry, oh my gosh, I started the wrong one. The answer is -2. There we go. Question 2, it says solve for x. 15x minus 3 times 3x plus 4 equals 6. This looks linear to me because I only see x to the first powers, but I'm going to go ahead and distribute just to double check. So I have 15x minus 9x minus 12 equals 6. I'm going to combine like terms on this side before I move things to the other side. So 15 minus 9x, that is going to give me 6x minus 12 equals 6. I'm going to add 12. I get 6x equals 18 divided by 6. X equals 3. So let's go ahead and check that on nsolve. Menu 3-1, nsolve. 15x minus 3 times 3x plus 4 equals 6, comma x. 3. X does equal 3. We can confirm. Question 3. Which value of x is a solution of 5 over x equals x plus 13 over 6? So whenever I have something that looks like this, I'm going to start by cross multiplying, and this will clear the fractions for me. So I would get 30, because 5 times 6 is 30, equals x times x plus 13. Now I'm going to go ahead and distribute the x, and I get 30 equals, x times x is x squared. 13 times x is 13x. This guy is not linear. I wanted to show or throw one example in here so you could see that it's not linear. But I can go ahead and put this in standard form set equal to 0. And I can factor. I'm looking for the factors of 30 that add up to 13. That's going to be 15 and -2. So now I get my answers as x equals -15, x equals 2. So I'm going to pick negative 15 as my answer here. Okay, question 4. What is the solution of k plus 4 over 2 equals k plus 9 over 3? So in this case, this guy is probably going to end up being linear, but let's double check by cross multiplying first. So now I would have 2 times k plus 9 equals 3 times k plus 4. Now I'm going to distribute. Oh, good. This guy is going to be linear, so I can use nsolve to check my answer. Notice how no variable ends up being squared after I distribute. Okay, so now I'm going to sort. 12 minus 18 gives me negative 6. I now have negative k equals negative 6, k equals 6. So let's just double check with nsolve. Sorry. Okay. I have k plus 4 over 2 equals k plus 9 over 3, and then I'm going to do comma k at the end. And I get k equals 6. Yay, that's what we got over here. Perfect. What is the value of x in the equation 2 over x minus 3 equals 26 over x? Okay, this one is very tricky. But that's okay. You're smart. So I'm trying to get all the x's on the left and all the y's, and all the numbers on the right. So I'm going to add this 3 over. Now we get 2 over x equals 26 over x plus 3. I'm now going to move the 26 over x to be with the other x. I now have 2 over x minus 26 over x equals 3. When I have like denominators, I can go ahead and combine the numerators. So 2 minus 26 gives me negative 24 over x equals 3. Now I can just put this over 1 and cross multiply. And I get 3x equals negative 24. I'm going to divide both sides by 3. X equals negative 8. So in this case, sometimes nsolve doesn't like when you have x's in the denominator. We can try to type this one in, but we will see what happens. Okay. So I have 2 over x minus 3 equals 26 over x, comma x. Yay! Negative 8. Okay. Let's look at 6. It says, which value of x is the solution of the equation 2x over 3 plus x over 6 equals 5. So in this case, I have all numbers in the denominator. So I'm going to put this other integer over here over 1. So now I have a denominator for everything. So what I'm going to want to do here is scale up to the LCD. The LCD is going to be 6 in this case. So I'm going to multiply the first fraction by 2 to get to 6. This one will be by 1, and this one will be by 6. This gets multiplied by the numerator, so I now have 4x plus x equals 30. The denominator now disappears because you found a common denominator. And when you divide everything by the same number, it's kind of like it never happened. So now you've got 4x plus x gives me 5x equals 30. Divide both sides by 5, x equals 6. Let's type this into nsolve and confirm. X equals 6. Solve for x. 3/5 times x plus 2 equals x minus 4. So now I have a 3/5 out front here. I'm going to want to clear the fraction, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. That will clear my fraction. If you're feeling fancy, you can also multiply both sides by the reciprocal, and that will clear everything completely.
The counseling office.
Oh
Ethan
goodness,
King.
I'm sorry, there's an
Ethan
announcement
King to the
going.
counseling office. Thank you.
So this 5 times 3/5 is going to cancel the 5's. So I'm left with 3 times x plus 2 equals 5 times x minus 4. I'm going to distribute on both sides. Okay, so now we have 3x plus 6 equals 5x minus 20, and I'm going to subtract the 5x. Negative 2x plus 6 equals negative 20 minus 6. Negative 2x equals negative 26. Divide both sides by negative 2. X equals 13. So let's double check with NSolve. Type it right in, hit enter. X is 13. Perfect. Yeah, that was already in there. This is a video splice. So 8. Which value of x is the solution of x plus 3, or x over 3 plus x plus 1 over 2 equals x? Gee, there are quite a few x's in here. Let's try to get a common denominator and see what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to put this x over here over 1, so that way I can hopefully scale up to the LCD and get rid of the fraction. The LCD of 3 and 2 is 6, so I'm going to multiply the 3 by a 2 to get a 6, 2 by a 3 to get a 6, and 1 by a 6 to get a 6. So now I have 2x plus 3 times x plus 1 equals 6x. Now I'm going to distribute to get rid of my parentheses, and I have 2x plus 3x plus 3 equals 6x. I now combine like terms. I get 5x plus 3 equals 6x. I'm going to subtract the 5x. I usually sort all the x's to the left, but if I did it the opposite way, or the way that I always do it, I would end up having to divide both sides by negative 1, and I see here that if I just do this, I get 3 equals x, which is a little less work. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to type it into NSolve. X is 3. Boom. Okay, let's go to question 9. Which value of x is the solution of, and then we have 2x minus 3. Oh no, what's it doing? Over x, oh, I hate when it does that. Why is it doing this? Hold on. Sometimes it like readjusts everything I'm writing and makes it move down. So give me a second. Okay, let's see if that was the help we needed. Yes, okay. So this is equal to 2/3. And what I'm going to want to do now to see if it's linear or quadratic or what's going on, which way I'm going to solve it, is cross multiply. So I've got 2 times x minus 4 equals, cross multiply on the other side here, 3 times 2x minus 3. And then I'm going to distribute. So I get 2x minus 8 equals 6x minus 9. So I now have 2x minus 8 equals 6x minus 9, and I'm going to sort. Oh, wait. Like this. So I've got 2x equals 6x minus 1 minus 6x minus 6x. Negative 4x equals negative 1. Divide both sides by negative 4, and I get x equals 1/4. Let's double check with NSolve. Menu 3, 1. Sorry, type it in. and I get 1/4. Yay! Okay, question 10. Which value of x satisfies the equation 7/3 times x plus 9/28 equals 20? Let's multiply both sides by 3 to clear the fraction. I now have 7 times x plus 9/28 equals 60. I'm going to divide both sides by 7. And I now have x plus 9/28 equals 60/7. I'm going to subtract 9/28 on both sides. And this is definitely a question for the calculator. 60/7 minus 9, oops, where'd it go? 9/28. 33/4. Let's change that to a decimal because all the answer choices are decimals and I don't really know what that is. It's 8.25. Cool. So let's go ahead and select this answer choice here. And it's 8.25. Let's check with NSolve. Yay, we were right.